Thanks for joining us. The clash of the Crushers and the Steelers. The Crushers first out onto the field. Trevor Gilmister, the skipper of the South Queensland Crushers. And this lineup is St. John Ellis, Darren Plowman, Chris McKenna, David Krause and Wayne Simons. The halves Lydiard and Ford. And a forward pack of Martin Locke, Craig Teevan, Mario Fennick, Gilmister, Terry Cook and Brett Horsnell. And from Wollongong, the Illawarra Steelers, John Cross, of course, is the captain of the Steelers. 3 wins from 6 matches so far in the 1995 Winfield Cup. Their side for this match, Beecham, Wishart, Rodwell, McGregor, Britton. The halves, Timmins and Simon. And their forwards, Fritz, Callaway, Johnston, Richards, Duckworth and Cross. Their coach, Alan Fitzgibbon, of course, replacing Graham Murray early in the season. And our referee for this match is Tony Kelly. And David Krause has us underway. The Crushers running from right to left. And, of course, returning to the ground where they've recorded their only win so far in the Winfield Cup. A couple of weekends ago against the North Sydney Bears. And hoping to add another scalp today, as now the ball is with his young second rower, Ben Duckworth. And playing a fair bit of 5/8, and he's up in the pack for this match. Now it's Wishart. An early touch for the test winger. Taken front on the 30-metre line. Teevan and Fennick, the 2 tacklers in there. This time it's Darren Fritz. In superb form so far this year. Good front-on tackle that time too from his opposite, Martin Locke. And now a high tackle. Tony Kelly. And to call out the axe, Trevor Gilmister.
Maybe a little bit unlucky on that occasion, Trevor Gilmister, the player there. Keith Beecham seemed to be, while he was stepping into Gilly, a little bit too high, but I don't think anything too drastic in it.
And Rodwell with the touch find is a good one. So the Steelers to go straight on the attack from 35 metres out, and again it's Wishart who brings it across field. All in all, a bit of a bear hug from Martin Locke gets him to ground. Callaway away to Johnston. One player, Fennick, came out of the line and didn't get a hand on the man coming through, and it was left to the halfback forward to make the tackle on Johnston. They work it to the left still as Cross. That looked a forward pass. Play on, says referee Kelly. And Krause came up with a good tackle. That was on Wayne Richards as John Simon on the 20. Across it comes to Timmins, then to McGregor. McGregor on the outside of his man. Trying to stand in the tackle, he does so. Rodwell, a juggling effort, a good one. Give him 9 out of 10 for that. Put down by Horsnell and also Plowman. Again, it's Peter Johnston. So 5 tackles used up, and the Steelers 22 metres out from the Crushers line. No scorers yet. Simon it is with a high ball. Pressure for St. John Ellis. Right in front of his own post. It comes off his chest. The tackle count restarts for the Steelers. And I'll tell you what, if Rodwell had have got the pass away there, they may already have a 4-pointer on the board as Simon. The long ball came across field. Beecham straight through. He got away from Lydiard. And now just 5 metres out from the line. All the pressure on the Crushers to start this match. It's Simon. Inside again for Johnston. This time the defence holds firm. Nice cutting tackle by Teevan. Callaway to Simon. Fed on for Timmins and McGregor again. And again he's back in field. It's a fairly impressive defensive line offered by the Crushers. They're still under pressure though as Richards. A little step off the left foot. Kelly rules that the players weren't back, the 10. And this is virtually a gift 2 points for the Steelers. Very close range. 12 goals so far this season. Not happy with the Crushers players moving up off the goal line, and the crowd not happy with Wishart. But he gets the 2 points, so the opening points of the match. The Steelers lead the Crushers by 2 points to 0. To halfway, the Crushers will be hoping to settle things down here. As from the kick-off, Rod Wishart has knocked the ball down, and Kelly rules the knock-on, and the crowd loves it.
Well, the crowd love it. Wishart won't be too happy. He's not happy with himself, but I think the first time he touched the ball, it was going forward. He got his hand to it to knock it, and it seemed to be propelled backwards.
Rod Wishart has already turned villain as the Crushers win this scrum 20 metres out in Lydiard. Across the line to McKenna, held up the pass beautifully for Plowman. Plowman all the way to the try line. Oh, superb move from the scrum. McKenna caught his man around, and Plowman opens the scoring for the Crushers.
Well, really, the first time the Crushers have had the football in their hands, in a great move, a great set play there that opened up for Plowman. You see the ball coming out wide here through Glenn Lydiard. And he's done very well there, Chris McKenna. Stood in the tackle of of an Illawarra player, and Plowman just saw the hole open up and gets himself over near the corner.
So now it's St John Ellis. 7 goals from 13 attempts so far this season. 10 metres in from touch. He's certainly given it plenty. Just away to the side of the posts. The Crushers have their noses in front. 4 points to 2. Simon gets us back underway. The Steelers will be shaken up after that try. And the Crushers, on the other hand, will have their heads right back up again after a little bit of a shaky start as Locke now hits the ball up. He's 25 metres out from his own line. Centre field. The tackle came from Wayne Richards. This time it's Terry Cook with the ball.
Well, the Steelers are looking ordinary early, aren't they? They've made a number of errors already with the footy in their hands. Perhaps they've come up here a little bit relaxed. Their defence has been awful. They've given a penalty away now for being inside the 10. They're going to have to get their act together.
Ellis struck the first kick nicely. Doesn't muck about with a shot at goal, and this one he has struck beautifully. The Crushers, with a flow of play at the moment, they skip to a lead of 6 points to 2. Back with John Simon from halfway. Now the Crushers would like to play at a nice set of 6 here and then reef the ball downfield. As Martin Locke, he's leading the way as far as the forwards are concerned. Teven away to Gilmister. One on defence that time for the Steelers. Cross. And also Richards in the tackle. Comes away to Cook. The hitman Johnston comes up with a bone rattler. This time it's Horsnall up to the 40. No mistakes coming from the Crushers now as Teven away to Locke. His second hit up in this set of 6. And a good one too, got over the advantage line. So 5 tackles. Now they need to finish it off with a good kick, and Lydiard's done just that. In fact, it's a 20 out of 10 kick. And you could give that. That's 20 out of 10.
You just about could. That is a sensational kick there from Lydiard. I thought he could have almost gone to the line a bit more. 10 or 12 metres between him and the first Illawarra defender. But he backed himself in there with a great kick. And it took the right-hand break over the sideline.
It was exactly the set of 6 they wanted. No mistakes. They've covered the full length of the field, and now it's the Steelers under pressure. If the Crushers can force an error. This is Jonathan Britton in from the flank. Ellison Lydiard, the tacklers. Steelers, of course, last weekend thrashed by the Auckland Warriors. 38 points to 12. This time Beecham. Defence a little tardy around the centre of the ruck that time. He was able to make 15 metres. This time Fritz with a follow-up. Then back to Callaway. This is Simon. Able to get the pass away, John Simon. A slow play, the ball comes out of that after they got the man to ground. Is now Richards with a little dummy. Perhaps some problems for the Crushers in the centre of the ruck, certainly in this set of 6. Simon the blind side on the last. And that's a good kick too from the number 7. An easy 35 metres for the Steelers. Tony Kelly refereeing in this match. It's a welcome back to first grade for Tony Kelly for the events of the past week. In the meantime, it's the Crushers with it inside their own 20 and not afraid to spread the ball either. McKenna. Cross the ball came to his centre partner Krause. Now down the flank at Simons. There's no cover. The cover is coming from Cross. Simons could have the pace. Back inside, the perfect ball. And this is the second Crushers try. Mike Ford gets it. Superb football.
What a great try. We saw David Krause earlier on in the movement looked like he was all wrapped up. A couple of Illawarra Steelers defenders around him. The ball coming out wide. I think he might have passed a little bit too late there. Gave Krause no room, but he shrugged off one defender, drew in the winger, and too much pace here from Wayne Simons. I'll tell you what, John Cross isn't a slouch, though. He's done very well. He's wrapped him up at inside Mike Ford. They also had St John Ellis there if they needed him.
And Ellis it is again. This is his toughest kick. 7 metres in from touch. He's taken it back a long, long way. 29 metres out. He struck the first 2 fairly well. And again, this time away to the side of the post. That's the Crushers on top. South Queensland lead Illawarra 10 points to 2. Only the 3rd one at home for the Crushers this season. First round, a loss to Canberra. And the victory over North Sydney, 16 points to 12. And at the moment, it's all looking rosy for them. Blindside play, Mario Fennick gets in on the act. They've certainly got their tails up, and why not? 2 superb rugby league tries. Gilmister. Over the top came Peter Johnston. Those two players, two of the hardest tacklers in the game, Gilmister and Johnston. Now Horsnell will support that time for the lock forward. Teven. Now St. John Ellis gets involved up to halfway. A somersault in the tackle as he's taken back. Comes back to Lydiard on the last. He was in a bit of trouble. If the chase was a little quicker, there was no one there to help him. It's Beecham in turn for the Steelers from inside his own 10. The chase of a side on top. Martin Locke and Mike Ford, the first players down there. Now Wishart.
Well, it was a good chase. I'll tell you, the Steelers are a little bit slow to get back. Darren Fritz looking to wind up now and get some yards for his team. But he's a bit too close to the play-the-ball area there. He's been picked off very well by Brett Horsnell.
This time it's Johnston. Throws the ball anywhere, putting some pressure on Jonathan Britton, who did well. And tackled equally well by Martin Locke. Out of dummy half goes Callaway. That is a danger area. Another 10 made for the Steelers.
Well, they just seem to be letting the Steelers get up a little bit too quick to play the ball.
Ball reefed downfield from Simon. St. John Ellis and Wayne Simons, the two players back there. St. John Ellis, though, will take on this wall of red jumpers. The tackle is affected by Richards and Rodwell. Two of the Crushers forwards, a little slow getting back on side. Played at a fair pace the start to this game. Now Fennick. 2 weeks ago picked up the most inspirational player award in that victory over North Sydney. This time Plowman, the first try scorer, tackled 25 metres out from his own line. Teven picks off a runner in Cook. Up in the tackle there of Callaway. Duckworth in there as well. This time they'll kick on the last again through Lydiard. Again he's looking for touch, this time on the western side of the ground, and Glenn Lydiard having a day to remember. Another 50 metres gain. In the meantime, a change in the Crushers pack. Mark Hone comes on. Mario Fennick with a knee injury. From the field. And Wishart from this scrum. He's a dangerous player when he gets a hit a steam up anywhere on the park. Well, Ellis wasn't back on side. As the Steelers on their own 30, and with plenty of work to do, down by 10 points to 2. But now Simon, then short ball for McGregor. Almost wrong-footed Plowman. McGregor held up on halfway. Wishart says, thanks very much for that pass. It's McKenna who's been left behind again. Stampeding run of Fritz put down there by Duckworth. It's try time for the Crushers. Krause loves it. 35-metre run untouched. Third try for the Crushers, and 14 points to 2 the scoreline.
Well, they scored 3 tries against North a couple of weeks ago. They've got at least that today. It should have almost been a runaway try to the Steelers earlier on. They had an extra man down this side with McKenna out, but now this mistake by Duckworth. Krause strides away, no one at home. They just put them under all sorts of pressure, and they're feeling it, the Steelers. They're making errors you wouldn't normally see from one of the leading premiership contenders.
St. John Ellis from right in front. That little two-step when he gets back to his mark. And chalking another 2 for the Crushers. 16 points to 2. They're in control, the South Queensland Crushers. That scoreline. The Steelers. They have their fair share of problems. Mario Fennick is back on for the Crushers. Gilmister gets a breather. I would assume that Fennick would take over the captaincy. Possibly Mike Ford, the halfback. Now the ball with Hone across to Fennick. A little dummy on his left-hand side to Anthony Bella. Bella's the man who's setting himself for the hit-up. Played some lower grades at Manly in recent seasons. Originally born in Mackay, just 21 years of age, is now Martin Locke. He's juggling the ball. Well, that's not a handy offload. He's thrown it the wrong way 10 metres. Rodwell comes up with it. It was a big pass.
Well, I suggest Locke, as we look at the score, at the time to go, only a few minutes till the half-time break, his side doesn't need to give the Steelers an opportunity to get back into the game.
Now Callaway to cross. Dummy on the left. Lydiard can't put him down. I thought